Hello and welcome to the lecture series on monetary economics. In the previous class, we have seen what banks are and what are the major functions of a bank. So in today's class, I'll be talking about a commercial bank. So let us look at what a commercial bank means. A commercial bank is a business organization which deals with money per se, and what they are doing, they are just accepting that money and lending that money to deficit spenders. So this is what a commercial bank is effectively doing. It is just a function which any other bank is doing, but these are doing it with the underlying objective of undertaking business in that particular domain, which is finance, to be very precise. Let us now look at it from a picture, which is a commercial bank is accepting deposits from general public. These deposits are money deposits per se. They are not non-money deposits. So these are money deposits which are being given by the general public to the commercial bank, and the commercial bank is lending these deposits or granting loans or credits to different consumers. So this is how a commercial bank as a business organization operates in any economy. So I hope the idea of a commercial bank is pretty much clear. Let us now look into greater details. What is the primary motive or aim of a commercial bank? Now, the primary motive of any commercial bank in any country per se is to make profits. Now, how these banks are going to earn profits? The commercial banks are generating the money from two different channels. The first is accepting deposits of money from general public, and the second is the share capital. So these are the two ways in which money is coming towards the commercial bank. Now the same money is used by the commercial bank to lend or to grant loans, and these loans are extended for various purposes, and on the basis of that the bank is earning something called as returns or rate of return in terms of interest. Now a share of that interest is going towards the people or the shareholders who have given their money primarily as accepting of deposits by a bank. So a portion of the returns which the bank is going to get after lending is going to the different players which have initially contributed to the bank, and a portion will stay with the bank. Now the portion of that interest which stays with the bank is called as its profits. Let us look at this with the help of an example. For example, a bank is promising a person A that if they give their money to the bank, they will give 6% rate of return to the bank. 6% rate of return will be given to the bank. Now the bank is extending the same money to a firm at 8% rate of interest. Now when this firm is going to pay 8% rate of interest to the bank, they will be giving out of these 8%, 6% will be given to this fellow A and 2% will be kept with the bank. So I'm talking about this 20%, this 2% as the profit of the bank. So I hope the idea is pretty much clear. When a bank is accepting deposits from two different channels and then lending it and earning something called as profits, and that is the particular aim of any commercial bank. That is why when I was giving you the definition of a commercial bank, I use the term it is a business organization which deals in money, and the money is accepted from general public and it is lended to someone who's a deficit spender. So I hope the idea is pretty much clear. Let us look at something which is very important as far as most of the developing countries are concerned, and let us look at this with the help of India per se. Now commercial banks are the single most important source of institutional credit in India. So I have talked about institutional credit and all of that, non-institutional or informal and formal credit systems in India. So please go and watch those videos. I will also give the link in the description. So please watch the videos. So a commercial bank is the single most source of institutional credit in countries like India, or to be very precise, in any developing countries. Now these commercial banks have a different sort of a structure which I'll be talking about in the next lecture, but just to give you a preliminary sense, these commercial banks are largely either public sector banks, that means either they are owned by the government, or it is a private sector bank, it is owned by an individual or a group of individuals. Furthermore, we also have certain foreign banks as well. So if you look at the commercial banking structure in India, you will find these different types. of banks, but I'll talk about them in greater details in the upcoming lectures. But commercial bank in any developing country is the single largest source of institutional credit. So therefore, commercial banks are an important aspect or an important part of any financial system per se. So I hope the idea of a commercial bank is pretty much clear. Please stay tuned. Thank you.